pitched in a little bit, you know what I mean? But the clout, it is, like you said, at an all-time high. You know,
man.
Wack 100, you know.
Oh, man, that's another situation.
Yeah.
We talking about clout. We might as well go on into a topic that I don't want to talk about. So this part of the show, like I told y'all, his views and opinions are not mine and mine are not his. So this part of the show, we're going to talk about something real touchy, something real sensitive. So if you a hoe ass nigga, get out the room. Tramell, go on, tell him what you want to talk about, bro. I can't do this with you, man. I love this nigga Nip, man.
So I'm a big fan of Nip too, real big fan. You know what I mean? Honestly, my brand was inspired, you know, through Nip with the Crenshaw brand. His whole like marathon and everything. And this week, Wack 100 was on a show. You know, he was on a platform and he was speaking on Nip, you know, and he claimed that it's a sex tape that, you know, Nip was engaged in with another individual. And this individual was supposed to be, you know, doing his baby mama. And he said he needed some motivation, so he called, you know, his homeboy through. The video, it haven't surfaced, you know, don't know if the video is legit, but this is what we talking about with the clout. You know, like, this man is no longer here, you know. So how you feel about Wack bringing something like that up?
Man, why keep, like, bro? So now Nip is like Adam 22.
That's what Adam 22 said. That's what he said. He said, so you telling me he worse than me? He said that. I mean,
I don't. Who else did that? Did he?
Yeah.
Man,
FreakyNiggas.com.
It'll never be that serious.
Yeah.
But I don't believe it. I didn't need to hear it. You know what I'm saying? We could have lived happy lives without that information. I don't understand what your motivation was for bringing that shit up.
I mean, like I feel like the clout.
No, I'm talking about Wack.
You know what I'm saying?
Like,
because he a whack ass nigga, bro.
Yeah.
His name stay everything for him. I'm staying out of this topic because y'all already know how I feel about the hood stuff. You feel me? It's always gonna be neighborhood around here with me. So I'm gonna stick out of this. And I'm gonna let Tramell have his shine time. But I'm gonna say what I got to say. Nipsey, I don't know, man. I hope it ain't true, bro. That's all I got to say.
I don't
you look like a stand-up gentleman to me, so how you can't stand up, gentlemen?
Nah,
First of all, pause.
Immediate pause.
It blew my mind. Like, he even felt comfortable talking about it. You know what I mean? Like again, you know, he gone. He been gone for, you know, a little while now, and you gonna, like, you know, try to, like, put all these things on this man's name. You know what I mean? Like, but. You know, what do you think as far as the motivation was behind it? You know,
I mean, you know, they got their history. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah, they definitely got history.
They got deep history. So,
like you said, it's a lot of LA history in that. But to talk about a man who's dead in that way is an ultimate clout chase.
It's disrespectful.
And that's what niggas is doing nowadays.
But that might just be our community, because niggas talk about Elvis and all these niggas all day and ain't nobody heartbroken and all that. So, but our community, I think, holds Nipsey at a high regard for his message that he had out, right? So it's kind of like, if you look along the walls here, they have a lot of great people. So it's like somebody bringing a story against Martin or Malcolm or the minister.
They have.
You know what I mean?
With Martin, they have.
For the black community, we looking like, don't talk about it. But it kind of goes back to, you know, how we treat our pastors and our people that's in authority, or our people who have been in a high figure role to us. You know, we give them a pass on a lot of bullshit. You know, so whether it's true or not, I don't know, but I'm gonna respect the message that Nip had out. You know, what niggas do in their bedrooms, I feel like it's their own fucking, I mean, that's between you and God anyway, right? I ain't in that bitch.
Yeah, that ain't my business.
With you. I ain't trying to be in that bitch.
That ain't our business. You know what? It's always some stuff
for
Wack saying always that ain't got shit to do with being our business. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit's not our business.
It ain't even his business.
Because like, Wack is a nigga who he like for his name to ring from bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, he's
in the game of content.
A clout chaser, bro.
That's the game. That's the shit you got to deal with.
But he stay relevant. We talking about him right now because
and that's
he
the whole
talking
point.
Shit about, you know what I mean?
And that's the same thing Charleston was doing. That's why I say, if he didn't say it in this way, would we even care? Would we even know about it?
And like you said, so that's the game of content. So how far and what's the extreme you think that, you know, what's the line you cross when it comes to like, you know, going for the content?
Man, I'm not breaking my character for nobody. Unless it's anger, then you know what I'm saying. I got some control over it, but you know what I'm saying.
I mean, emotions are they real. That's what
but no, at the end of the day, that's the black man needs to control their emotions. You know what I'm saying. That's the problem with everybody today.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah, because we definitely have that stigma of being an angry black man, and you have the angry black woman stigma. That's definitely out here about us. But at the end of the day, I don't think that Charleston is necessarily an angry black man. I just feel like he's pushing that message on a dead horse. Nobody's hearing that shit. You preaching to the choir. The people who, they just not hearing that shit, bro. Street niggas not listening to this nigga. They laughing at this nigga for sure. They watching the nigga, but they ain't hearing that shit, man. He ain't even.
So who is reaching everybody? Like if that's the
Suki Hana.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, everybody Brown and all that. Yeah, they want to switch. You don't think they want to switch? I mean, that's what's being promoted.
Pause.
Hey, bro, I'm just rapping lyrics.
What did you mean by that?
They just want to switch. Switch. That's the record, right? That's what's being played every day, all day along. Internet content is.
No, I'm talking about, like, I understand that that's getting through. That's what's being pushed.
That's the message.
But as far as, like, the message that he trying to push, like, okay, if that's not the right way to go about pushing that message, then what is?
They're not playing it. We know this. We know how, radio promoters and programmers program the music. They're not putting in anything that's teaching us how to beat anything. Name one number one song that put on for the, like, really talk, like, what? Give me one. One record.
It's been a long time.
One record.
Jesus Walks.
I was going to say that, right? But you're probably right. I can't think of another record that has been something that promoted, us being great fathers, great family figures, going to work even. How about that? I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a hustler. There's nothing wrong with punching in, bro. I know niggas who live great lives. I'm not downplaying entrepreneurs at all. I know niggas who live great lives off punching in, though.
I feel like you got to do both. If you bought that entrepreneur life, you know what I'm saying, because it can get slow. You know what I'm saying? Shit get real. I feel like you should do both.
So I can probably speak to this category a little bit, or this topic a little bit harder. I own my own business. I started a store at 35 years old, I think it was, Dow House in Lansing.
Right.
And everybody knows I'm a social worker, by trade. I've gone to college, got my degree for social work, been doing a lot of years. I left the social work industry and just opened a business, literally, right? A lot of sleepless nights, a lot of all that. So, but I'm back in the work field now, because for me at that point in time, the entrepreneur life wasn't for me at that specific time in life. I have a 10-year-old, I have children, you know what I mean? I can't wait for the downtime compared to other entrepreneurs who can work through the downtime. I need it to be all the time. I need to know what's happening so that I can plan for my life's journeys, And I really live by your kids didn't ask to be here. So sometimes you have to make those kind of sacrifices to say, I want to be an entrepreneur. I swear to God, I want to do this so bad, but I can't go through the financial downtimes because rent, lights, cable, clothes, shoes, socks, t-shirts, drawers, all that stuff happens daily, monthly. Like, it's not just all right, I'm up 6,000. That's cool. But everybody's not a person who's like, some people just need to punch in, dog. It's cool too. And we have to change like the vibe of niggas punching in, because what we're doing is teaching these young kids that you got to be a rapper, you got to be a boxer, you got to be something like that that's going to be, easy, quick, fast money or whatever. But back in our day, before I was even, bro, they went to Ford and Chrysler and GM and the plant and UPS. You wanted jobs. Niggas wanted the post office. Niggas wanted that. Nah, niggas laughing at you for working at FedEx. They laughing at you for working at UPS. These are jobs niggas really wanted when I was growing up. You know what I'm saying? Like, they really wanted these joints. Now it's like, nigga, you work for the post office?
Well, it's a reason for that. For one, what they paying now, they was paying back then. But back then, that was considered a lot of money to be being paid. Now that's damn near minimum wage.
Well, the pandemic changed a lot.
Yeah.
So
Shout out to the pandemic.
Yes, shout out to the pandemic.
One time for the pandemic.
2 times for the pandemic. But anyway, with that, I think that with that influx of money that came in, right? People kind of got used to people being able to spend that kind of money. So when we were up, I mean, they were giving out $600, $700 a week. Niggas ain't. I know niggas who don't make that.
No, it's
Niggas,
false
I know
sense
niggas who don't make $100 a day right now, bro.
That was a false sense of security.
For real.
Yeah.
Niggas $12, you make $12, $13 an hour. I mean, I know niggas who don't make $100 a day right now. So they passing you out $100 a day to sit at home. Niggas got used to it. So everybody jacked up the prices. Food prices went up. Car prices went up. Everything went up. But then when they snatched the money, all that shit stayed up.
That's the problem.
But our money went down. Or, you know, the regular average Joe.
It stayed the same. Or it didn't. It went up, but it went up a little bit, not too much.
Yeah, inflation.
It ain't go up enough.
It's always gonna be inflation, right? But I believe the pandemic pushed inflation at a crazy pace for those 2 to 3 years, and now, you know, niggas don't got the money like that. You know what I mean? So I don't see nothing wrong with punching in, dog. You know what I mean? I have lived a great life. I've raised all my children off punching in. You know, my kids are successful. My kids are clean cut. You know, they spoiled as hell. Beyond, but I've been able to do that off punching in. That's not everybody's journey, but we
need consistency at the end of the day, like you said. Yeah. That's where it's not for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Because it could be a month you don't make nothing. But can you actually survive and not make nothing? You still got to eat every day. You might have kids. You got bills. You might have a girl. You might have 2 girls. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. But you got to I just think that we got to stop making it look like it's crazy. Like his message on dudes being men and getting back to the old fashioned way. I fuck with Charleston for his message. You know, but his I just think his delivery is a little wrong. So, but
to the point he was saying, as far as like how do you deliver the message? You know what I mean? Like
then you change the music.
That's a big thing. You know
music
what I mean?
Music is it, bro. It's the, like I said in the first episode, it's really the pulse to our life. Some of my best memories are always equated with a song. If you ask me right now, Drew Hill, tell me. I can tell you who was my girlfriend, where I was at when I first saw the video, all that.
I'm gonna just start stumping.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you hear me? But
no,
you know what I mean?
Music is definitely emotional, and it got like a psychological attachment to it. You know, but as far as that, you know, position Charleston taking for, you know, I don't want to call him an activist, but taking on, like, you know, trying to keep the people in line and stuff like that. That's a difficult position to be in. You know, when you got mothers talking to their kids like how he talking to the, you know, to the people in general. You know what I mean? Like, it's some mothers that's talking to their kids. I know mothers that, you know, call their kids out of their names. You know what I mean? Like, and that's mama. You know.
So all right. So y'all remember old boy Boonk?
Oh yeah, Boom Gang.
His mama,
delivered. Yeah.
If you've been watching Instagram, his mama been going crazy on him on the internet because he changed over to, he was John Gabbana, but now I think it's something about John Bible or John something. He's changed.
Switched up again.
He's converted to Christianity.
He holy now.
Like he's super saved now, right?
Yeah.
But his mom got on and was like, you know, you didn't have to go through all of this, and basically downplaying his testimony, right? So he got on and he said what he had to say. He's like, you know, you can't change how my truth is. Like, you can't change my narrative of what the truth is of growing up in the house with you. She came on that mother, called him every B word, everything in the world, bro. You had to go to his page and check it out. You check out his Instagram. Ty Tribbett even commented on the video and was like, bro, I feel, you know what I mean? Like, I feel so bad for you that you got to go through this. And he like, I've been dealing with this my whole life. This is my mama.
She kind of proved what he was trying to say, it seemed like. You know, but that's what I'm saying. And especially with young men, because the mothers, they can't, you know what I mean, be a man, of course. So they are like over aggressive, you know what I mean? Especially with how they communicate with their sons. Yeah, because they want to show them how to be quote unquote men. Perfect example is Krishan, right? Oh yeah.
Since she had her baby, she just wears hats to the side and dressed like a boy because her thought process is he don't have an in-house daddy every day, so I got to be more masculine so that he won't be feminine. That's not always true. Yeah, she said that. If you notice, it's on her page. All that she that's her reasoning for, if you notice, since she had her baby, she dressed more masculine now. Is because she wants him to see. That's her thought process, right? But who knows? Did she have a dad in the house? Who knows what her actual, like, who knows what she had? Who knows what her fucking role models and shit were growing up. So
Yeah, all that matters. Childhood trauma, all that follow you in every relationship,
trauma,
all the way up to the day you die.
And that's what that lead to. It leads to relationships. You know
childhood trauma is one of the things that truly can lead you down a horrible path as a parent. You know, I live an hour and a half away from my kids, right? So I don't have the luxury of, all right, I can go after school and go see my son, even if it's 15 minutes or 10 minutes. So I make sure I FaceTime them. I call them. We have group chats. We text all the time. I am I'm there. I'm a present dad. Even if I'm not present, I'm present. You know what I mean? I take my weekends. If I have free time, first thing I'm doing is, all right, drop them off, bring them to me or whatever. You know what I mean? Because kids don't necessarily need you to go spend a whole bunch of money on them. They just want time and attention. They want to be around you, see you, deal with you, just be under you. They're your bloodline, your seed. So they have that inherent thing that calls and draws them to you because it's your DNA, it's your blood. So it should be something in you that attracts to them naturally. You know what I mean? So they want to see you. They want to be around. They want to do all that. So, like I said, his message about fathering and parenting and doing all that is correct. I just think he need to figure out another way to do it.